Hello, hello. Welcome to Link to the Past Randomizer League, season number 7. We are on week number 6 now. Almost done with the regular season, if you can believe it. And we're playing doors. Beginner doors, to be exact. I am Fear Agent, and joining me in the booth today is Teletar, who is going to explain beginner doors to me and everyone in chat. What's up, dude?
Yeah. What's up? Interesting mode. Can't complain because we start with boots, so that's about
Is that pretty? It's standard in like doors branches, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is standard in like the original doors, which is called crisscross now, which is full, just every setting that they could throw it at the time. Doors with key sanity, with entrance shuffle, with shop sanity, just whatever they could throw into it. That's suited, but
those are the blue boots that you see on screen right now. Those are the pseudo boots.
Yeah.
There's also a mirror in place, or excuse me, a map in place of the mirror. That's to help you navigate the dungeons, right? So the only thing is, what is beginner doors first? So what does that mean? What does beginner doors means?
Yeah, so I mean, basically it's just open 7/7, but with doors shuffle, a version of door shuffle thrown in there, and specifically the version of door shuffle is partitioned. It's standard, not open, but
okay.
So it's casual boots, really.
Oh, okay. So we have the whole escape sequence to go through. Okay.
Yeah. And that's it's casual boots without boots, but with pseudo boots
with doors, right? So the castle is going to be different than what we're used to seeing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It is possible, though less common in because we don't have keys, that we're going to be sent to Castle Tower to get some progression to finish up escape.
Okay.
It's more common when it's a key sanity thing.
Okay. So keys aren't shuffled here. It's just
right.
Okay. So we see that we've got 2 pendants in the light world. Again, this is 7/7 to beat Ganon, so 7 crystals. Get to climb GT, open the pyramid, kill Ganon, right? That's our goal.
Yep, climb is a strong word, but definitely almost
right.
That.
In the theory of what we do as far as climbing goes. Okay, so we haven't talked about the runners. Let's do that really quick. We've got Gem on the left side representing Usedbow, 30 points. That means 10 wins. That's undefeated, the only undefeated team in the league so far. And Breadcoon on the right with 21 points. That's 7 wins. That's still a really, really, really strong record. So they're in the thick of it. Yeah. So this is kind of important for playoff seeding and things. So
real quick, point out something. So if you notice there, when Gem went through Uncle, he didn't grab the magic. He started doing it and realized he shouldn't.
Why is that?
Fred did. And so the reason why is if you look at Gem's resources right now, he has 10 arrows and 3 bombs and a little bit of magic.
Okay.
You get that given to you automatically when you use the mirror scroll.
Oh.
Inside of escape specifically.
Oh, interesting.
Because basically doors couldn't figure out how to ensure you could actually get bombs and arrows and like so on and so forth.
Sure. Yeah, to get through escape.
And so, to get through escape, like there just sometimes isn't enough stuff. And they're like, yeah, we put a bomb door there, and like bomb doors aren't actually in logic. So.
Okay. All right. So they had to make sure you had a way to get through it. Is basically
right.
So you don't need to pick up those magic containers next to.
So like the first thing that Gem did when he entered into the castle was he used the mirror and like mirrored back 3 steps and got some bombs, some magic,
arrows. Okay. Like, that's cool. That's good knowledge. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so they must have picked up the big key because I missed it because we're already at Zelda Cell, and we've got 2 keys. So what are the numbers that we're looking at on the left and the right? The 4 of 9 and the 2 of 2. What are those?
2 of 2 is key count. Dem is found 2 out of 2 keys. Bread's found 0 of 2. 4 of 9 is check count in the dungeon.
Okay.
So there's 9 checks to the dungeon. We already know that one of them is going to be Sank chest, and 3 of them are going to be the sewers.
Okay.
That's 4 of our remaining 9. So there's, or 4 of our remaining 5. So 1 chest remains somewhere to be found.
Okay. And I take it the runners have a way of tracking through. Is it a little bit more simple in beginner doors to tracking
Yeah.
the way you
So
get through these dungeons? Like there's
So-
certain doors that can only appear at certain spots.
Yeah, so beginner door. So here's our last item, by the way. Everything. There's no more items to be found.
Okay.
Beginner doors has partition shuffle. So basically, what it does is it puts the light world dungeons in a shuffle, the non-Mitz dungeons in a shuffle, and the Mitz dungeon in a shuffle. So you're going to see Pyro Castle, Eastern, Desert, Hera, and Castle Tower rooms show up in the light world.
Okay. Okay, that's
Means,
interesting.
You know, you can make like some sort of decisions. Like you kind of want a bow for any of these dungeons. You're going to go dipping, but like, you know, just like you want a bow for Eastern, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean you get a bow for Eastern, obviously.
Okay, so that seemed like a relative. I mean, gem is good. Let's just get that out of the way. That seemed like a relatively easier version of escape.
No, I mean they're probably around this difficulty.
Okay.
And so one thing I'll just point out, Gem waited till the end. He turned in Zelda, and then he knew he could mirror back to the front and get these.
Okay.
Get these chests that he had seen earlier, didn't have the key for.
Okay.
Yeah, now he's done with escape and
all right.
Off to go
so
to
now,
Rico.
Yeah, so now we're gonna do some quote unquote normal stuff. None of the overworld is shuffled. We're just gonna go check Lost Woods. We're gonna CAC. We're gonna check all the stuff in CAC, and then we're just trying to make our way basically into the dark world at this point, right? Like there's only one pendant in the light world, so we're not too worried about getting to Eastern or anything right away. Or I guess it was Hera. Hera was our crystal.
Yeah, and so there's actually some more things. What you're saying is definitely true. There's some more things to consider.
Okay.
Classic open mode, just sort of like your brain in terms of where progression's gonna live next, like your next place to go. Like I should really be looking at Ice Palace here, like that sort of like intuition is a little bit wrong here.
Okay.
And the reason why it's a little wrong is because classic VT Open has a dungeon bias.
Oh, okay.
Specifically it like only somewhat accounts for key, like keys are almost count as a progression. So like pod almost has 14 progression possibilities. It's like very jank and weird.
Sure. That's on the main branch. You're talking about the main branch
branch, yeah.
Of the randomizer, but we're not playing on the main branch. We're using the doors branch, right? So the weighted is so.
Branch,
Go ahead.
Yeah. So in the doors branch, if there's 2 items or 3 items in Eastern, that's 3 items, right? There's 5 items in Blind Hut, 3 items in Eastern.
Okay.
Blind Hut's way better.
I see. So it's not as weighted towards those dungeons. So you are you really do want to clear the overworld out when you're doing this. Okay.
Yeah, overworld just is king in this like non-key sanity door shuffle.
Sure.
Or, entrance randomizer and door randomizer branch.
So there's not is the dungeons have key drop in them, right? But that's it.
Yeah.
Is that
They
right?
have key drop, yeah.
Okay. So so the lamp, that's nice. Let me ask you this question, because you explained that whole thing about the mirror in the beginning of the standard escape. What happens if you get the mirror in like Link's chest or in the Link's house?
It works the same.
Oh, okay.
Mirroring.
So it's not just the mirror. It's just not the fake mirror. Got it. Perfect.
Yeah. It's probably like tied to the mosaic effect, if I had to be honest.
I see. Okay.
Know.
Sure. All right. So we're in Kakariko. We got a lamp, which I think is the number 9 on Gem's tracker. All right.
Yeah.
For the memes. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good meme.
We still haven't found boots, but that's fine. We've got pseudo boots. We can't get the item off of library, but we can at least check what it is, and it's unnecessary. What else do we got? So I guess we're just gonna do the south overworld loop.
Yeah, and we've already got Zora money, so like we can't water walk, but we'll do
who
it
needs to
anyway.
water walk when you got flippers? I mean, I'll water walk a little bit, but not the.
No, great point. We do have flippers.
Yeah. All right, so we're here in season 6, or excuse me, week number 6, 10-0. Like, well, I guess you're part of Usedbow. How does it feel going into the final 2 weeks? I think you're the only team in the Invitational who have clinched a playoff spot officially.
That may be true. I thought that another team might have.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think we were the only team that went undefeated. Like, Duality claimed the many many lives in terms of, like, that mode is just very swingy. Not necessarily bad, it's just
it's an open mode, right? Like, yeah, you definitely go the wrong way or choose the wrong thing. Yeah.
Well, it's a key sanity mode, but
oh,
like,
is it? Yeah, I forget.
But it's just you only need the 3 pendants or the 5, like, only one of those 2 things is going to be like the blocker, and the other one's just going to be free. And then like it just comes out to being an ice rod hunt a lot of the time, or something like that. It's just like, or a big key hunt, and it's just one of the teams makes the right choice, and like that's just very much how that mode can go. So I saw a lot of teams
taking a loss that week. Yeah, splitting.
yeah. There's a lot of splitting in Duality week.
So Brett basically following Gem at this point. Gem was able just to get up just a little bit sooner, but you can tell that Brett's actually done some practice matches as well. It's not like they're super far behind or anything. So AGA requirements, it's just regular AGA requirements then, right? Like, we've got a lamp, we've got a sword, maybe we get another sword, and we got to do AGA for Dark World?
Neither. The only thing of those things that are AGA requirements for Logic is getting into Castle Tower. Like, technically Castle Tower could literally just be AGA. Like,
wow.
Like, I've definitely seen, like, dungeon, like, TR just be a Trinex is just sitting there, and you're just like, oh, okay.
That's like, hilarious.
And it'd be like right on Turtle Rock Bridge, you exit out one side, you enter in, and it's Trinex.
So the lamp doesn't necessarily mean it's required? Does the logic take that into account?
Yeah, I mean, it's dark rooms. Like, you need the lamp to logically pass through dark rooms, but there doesn't need to be any dark rooms in your way.
So it will just say go do AGA without. Doesn't matter with lamp. We do have the Master Sword there on Zora Ledge, so.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a Moon Pearl yet, so we're probably not AGAing yet. But
where do you go from here? Eastern?
Yeah, Saha, Eastern.
Yeah.
You just don't really have other options. Like, you don't want to go commit to AGA right now.
What if the pearl's just there? So.
Yeah, no,
on
for sure.
Pyramid, just go do AGA, right?
Yeah.
We've got no glove, no Moon Pearl, no hammer.
I'm not entirely sure why. Was Mushroom? Where was Mushroom? Why does Bread not have it?
Maybe it was it in Ice Rod Cave? That's the one thing that he skipped.
Oh, okay.
Bread's going AGA.
Yeah, I mean,
there's also a possibility that just there's items here, right? Like, you might not. Right, it's not even just.
Yeah, that is sort of the big difference, right? Is that classic open mode AGA is 2 small keys and then a long trek. Oh, we're both going AGA. Whereas
Are you
this
surprised?
one
Are you
has-
surprised by this?
Not totally, but I guess I'm.
You sound a little
surprised.
surprised.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little surprised we're doing this before Saha.
Mm.
And like, yeah, if you go to Saha, you probably want to go to Eastern, but like, it's not like going to Eastern is a terrible thing in this mode.
Right.
All right, we don't even need to beat the dungeon
Right.
necessarily.
Just go get whatever items are there. So
And sort of. Yeah,
you
go
don't really know when you go into a dungeon how many items are going to be in the dungeon. Is that correct?
ahead. Right, not until you've actually walked in, and like now we see that there's 6 chests.
Yeah.
And what I was about to say is we know that there's going to be a map, compass, and a small key.
Okay.
don't
So
know
there's
there's
only
gonna be a big
3
key.
items. Oh, which there was. We just
Which
saw a
there
big
was,
key here.
Right.
Yeah.
There's 2 items in here. First circle of thoughts.
CT has a map for it.
Yeah, it does.
Interesting. Well, there's a glove.
Yeah. Sort of the big risk of any light world dungeon. It's not like they really have a way of like is what it is sort of situation, but it's bow. Bow is like the one item that like it will often prevent you from progressing inside of a light world dungeon.
Interesting.
Because you'll just get some of these eastern rooms, and you just like you maybe need fire for what's it called for desert pre-landmo room, but like most of the time it's just going to be Igors that get in your way.
Or Igor is the only like real kill enemy they have to worry about when playing doors for kill rooms, or is
Yeah, I mean Igors, then mimics later, and then
oh okay.
well, I guess in the midst dungeons you have freezors potentially. You have the
Okay.
front of ice.
So I see a blinking red light on red side. That's something to do with the boss, right?
Yep. Yep. That
It's telling you
means
the boss is one room over, or
the boss. Yeah, the boss is one room over, and since you know we know Aga is a northward, like you travel north to enter Aga room.
mm-hmm.
We know where Aga is now,
Okay.
but we're just trying to get our last item. Don't be fooled. That's not Aga.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, this is just a room.
Okay. So he could still show up wherever.
Yep, this one is just one of the many light world rooms.
I'm so glad you're here, by the way. If I was doing this by myself, I have no idea what's going on.
So you need to mirror out of it. So Brett's gonna need to use the mirror. Yeah. Because this is a trapdoor. You see Gem's side, he can't go south here.
Okay.
So you sort of have the option of either taking that glove and going up the mountain, or killing Aga. I'm a little surprised. I probably would have killed Aga here. Like
because of you already invested the time in it.
you're already there.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm committed to this, and like it's more like I'm already here. I might as well just kill Aga.
It might, because it's still they still might have to do that, right? Like we're not sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they get Pearl, and they're good to go in the Dark World, basically. Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. I guess they're just hoping for the other 2 pieces to be up on the mountain or eastern area, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but like,
I mean, you played a lot with Gem, so
the mountain's 2 checks. Like, I'm not exactly looking at this thing and be like, oh man, this is like, it's not like you just found the hook shot and like you're unlocking
right.
all of these technology, right? You got 2 checks up here.
Yep. And one of them is 20 rupees.
Yeah.
So obviously they're not going to head right back, like, because they're not going to get Dark World access with this one item. So they're going to have to go somewhere, which is probably Saha Eastern, right?
Yeah, I mean, they might get Moon Pearl, and then that is Dark World access.
Mm.
But, like, I imagine...
Oh my gosh. There it is. All right, back to Aga, or do you gamble
No,
for
I mean,
Eastern?
I think they're definitely going Eastern here. Like, if you were gonna do Aga, you'd... Yeah. Like, you would have done it the first time, I think.
Mm.
Now you're hopium that, you know, you can just not.
Yeah. Or Gem didn't, and Gem just blind checked it, so it was able to save a little bit of time there. Kind of caught back up. Bread still has Ice Rod Cave, but we know that it's nothing. Oh, we haven't seen the water checks. No, we did. We haven't seen Hobo.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe Saha just has a glove around me here, and we can just go right into the Dark World. I think you could just bonk in that door, but you can't because those are Suda boots. No, just some hearts. $50 from Hobo. So we're down to Eastern or just clearing out, finishing Aga.
Yep. Pod, Catfish, Pyramid.
So interesting. Is this kind of like casual boots where it feels like it kind of leans toward more Aga seeds because we are basically doing the Kaz boot start?
Yeah. I think it's even more feels like Aga seeds because of the doors. Like even if it's not an Aga seed, like there's often progression in Castle Tower, and then you're already there.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll have Dark World access, you know, like maybe your Moon Pearls in Castle Tower or something, but like very often, you know, you're already there, you might as well.
So we see 8 checks here in Eastern, but that's 5 really, right? Because
so that's 5, but then Map Compass brings it to 3, and then Big Key brings it to 2. Because we know there's a big key because we see that big key door right there.
Yeah. So there's only 2 checks here.
Yep, 2 items, and Bread's found one of them already.
Okay, all right. Yeah, chat pointed out we have a Geenan, so we haven't checked that either. But
do we have a Gina though? You know.
I mean, technically we have a Gina, but is anybody gonna go check it before doing Aga? I really doubt it. No maps, compasses, and chests in this mode, according to chat.
Oh, okay. That's good. I didn't know they made that change. That is much better.
Okay, so that ups it up to 4 here, then.
Yep.
And we're just looking for a hammer or glove to get to the Dark World to avoid that Aga play. Just by watching, are you able to keep track of the direction of where everything is going, even without a tracker? Do you feel like you have an idea of what the tiles are?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is somewhat. I think it's a little easier sometimes when playing, simply because you can, like, if you play a decent amount of doors, you sort of like build a pattern for how you explore the dungeon. If you have like an order of, I'm gonna do this, I do this screen, then this screen, then this screen, then this screen, or like, you know, when I enter this room, I'm always going left first.
Right.
Then like when you come back to it, it's like, yeah, I've already been here. I've obviously already went left. So next I'm going to the right. Like, there's a little bit of that you can sort of lean on. But
you mentioned something about bosses with upward facing doors. Is there certain bosses are the ones that you drop into, or because I'm trying to think of what boss don't have those doors?
Cold Stare is south. And Moldorm is staircase.
Okay.
And While technically you drop into Moth, it's also a upward facing door to get
okay.
into the super tile, so it doesn't really.
Okay. All right. All right. So we got a pendant off of Almost Knights. Both runners using that burner that they got, and Bread's done. Bread said he's seen enough.
Yeah. I suspect Gem will go back in.
Yeah. Again, you're making a commitment, right? Like, I think that's what makes the Aga leave a little surprising.
Yeah. Like, we could have already had Aga dead. Like, we were like, we suffered this extra trip that Bread's doing now.
Yeah.
And like, more importantly, like, if we had Aga dead, we wouldn't have even gone to Saha Eastern. Right, like, if you
go up to the mountain, get the pearl.
Yep. You're just like, all right, great, I'm out of here. Right, this cannot be faster than just spinning twice. They're doing a double spin, I should say.
Yeah. All right, so I'm guessing Bride knows where Aga is at this point. Is there only...
Yeah,
I don't know. Everything looks normal to me so far, right? Is this how it's supposed to be in these seeds with Castle Tower?
Oh, I mean, Castle Tower is definitely more Castle Towery than it might usually be, but
okay.
Yes, great. Hera basement for our Eastern Big Key.
Awesome.
So that we could mirror to the front and get desert map chest for our last
awesome. Great.
Yep. And Gem will be rewarded with a piece of heart, and then he'll go
do Aga. Yeah.
This is such a linear dungeon from here. Like, the Castle Tower layout is very linear.
Is it?
I think so, unless Brett took a wrong turn. Like, that was a lot of screens to go through for
a
dungeon we've already explored.
Well, I mean, it did look very Castle Towery, as you put it. Like, it was like really only one direction to go to. So,
yeah, that's one of the interesting things about Castle Tower rooms in general is like there's always just one way to go.
Yeah.
So like in some like versions of Door Shuffle that are just in the dungeon, like only the dungeon tiles are shuffled.
I see.
You'll end up with like a Castle Tower that's still completely linear because every single room has an entrance and an exit, even if you shuffle them up. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then you'll get GT and it's just actually hell, and you're just in misery.
All right, so Gem got 3 bombs for spending that time in the basement of Hera / Eastern, and is now going to go kill Aga. Gem, I believe, really only does have that one check, which is Agina, and there's the hammer. What do you know?
We could have had that before Moon Pearl.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
interesting.
Now we're probably just going to go straight to Hype Cave, I would imagine.
Okay, so everything's a crystal. We need our 5/6 over at Skullwoods and Pod, and then Meyer is our pendant, which means we don't necessarily need the flute today, right?
Yeah. Nope, we're going to Pod still. I don't like this decision.
Because it's still Pod, right? Like, Helmosaur is still there. Well, I guess it's not guaranteed to require the bow, right?
Correct.
I guess I got to get that stuff out of my mind of like.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want
to
do
bow locked?
I guess because it could be. Is it what you're saying?
Yep. It could be bow locked, and like, you know what's definitely not bow locked?
Hype Cave. Yeah. Well, let's find out.
And I mean, Pod has 6 items in it, I guess, and probably 5 because it'll be a big key.
Yeah.
You know what else has 5 items in it?
Hype Cave.
Yeah. So, and we'll find out. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh well, there's our mids.
Get owned me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I imagine the gem will probably not get that first.
I mean, I want to trust you, but I feel like every time you've said Jem's going to do something, he hasn't done that thing. So
You know what? That's true. So, this time for sure.
Okay. All right, so flippers are kind of required here, right? Like, there's a good thing we have those.
So we see that it's a blinking red light here, which
Yeah.
means that Helma's going to be at the end. Like, Helma's going to be vanilla, and we see that's a big key door. So we don't want to go down that path until we have the big key for the dungeon.
I see. Okay.
And like, you know, very easy to not pay attention and not catch that. But is information available to Brad right now that he knows how to get to Helma, and that it's going to require the big key first?
So I just saw something that I normally don't see, which was a giant wall next to that big chest. I'm guessing that's to prevent hammer jumping.
Yeah, so that big chest is not necessarily in this dungeon.
Oh, I see. Because okay, that's interesting.
Right.
And just as you said, Gem heads to pod.
Like I said, yeah, exactly what I said he was gonna do.
All right. You do know Gem, right? Like you played.
I'm not sure anymore.
I just feel like every decision that he's made has been the opposite of one of what you said he was going to do. It's pretty fun.
You know,
really funny.
The best part is, if he loses now, I can just blame every decision he made as being not the one he should have.
Yeah. All right, so he will get those mitts. We see 7 of 12. What does that mean? We found we're still looking for one more key. I don't know if we've seen the big key yet either. Oh, there's a boots. Not as big of a deal. Still nice because we can now do.
So this is the boss. So Brad needs to turn around. He hasn't found his big key yet.
Okay.
What are you doing, Brad? What is going on?
I think that's just going to be. I think you could just sample that what you just said right there and just replay it throughout this week because I think that's going to happen quite a bit. So the Thieves Town lobby we see here has a lot of entrances to it.
They're classic, yeah. Thieves Town, Mire, Hub, Swamp Hub, somewhat. This is important. You need to find this. This is the Blind's Attic is.
Oh,
somewhere.
So Blind's Attic doesn't necessarily mean it's in Thieves Town, right? So okay,
but you do need to bomb it in order to.
I see.
Blind.
I see. Brett did find the big key now, so.
This is our last item. I'm pretty sure if he hasn't gotten that. So because we've seen Thieves Town big chest. And then Helma. So this is it. This is going to be a small key.
Okay.
It had to be a small key because Thieves Town big chest is behind the key door and Helma's behind the key door.
I see.
So they both have to be locked by all 6.
So we still have 2 items, one of them being on the boss?
Yeah, boss and Thieves Town big chest remain, and they both should be items because we've gotten all of our keys.
Okay. Is this easy to track? I feel like there's ways of tracking the stuff that's gotten a lot easier over the years, right?
Like tracking the contents of the dungeon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never do it.
Oh, you don't? You just wing it, huh?
Yeah. Just try and remember it.
Wait till you're an old man like me trying to play this. All right, so we are going to the boss now. So we are going to finish this dungeon.
Yep.
With mitts,
Nice
with
clear.
boots. Yeah. No bow required.
Nope.
So after this, Hype Cave south, I guess, to VOO. Is that the route?
Yeah, I think so. Probably. Just swing your sword, Brett. This is so scary.
that was close.
Like it's fine. You can just use the sword. It's not.
You're allowed. Yeah.
So, Gem is, basically right behind.
Yep. Just as you predicted, right into pod. And then
Yep.
I guess Hype Cave is going to be, it's got to be next, right? When you.
Brett is skipping the Thief's Town Big Chest item.
Oh, interesting.
And Gem will definitely go back in for that.
I think you're saying that so he doesn't go back in for that, right?
No. I'm pretty sure he'll go back in for that.
All right.
Surely.
All right, now we're going to see Hype Cave from Red.
Yeah.
So we still haven't gone onto the east side of the mountain, so we need something to get over there. So we're looking for that mirror. We are looking for the both of the rods, and a pretty empty Hype Cave there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would go to Hype Cave.
Yeah, it's just go to Pod. Hope you can beat it. Get your mitts and boots.
Just do your dungeons, obviously.
Yeah, totally.
Everything I've said is just completely wrong.
Wrong. Yeah. I came here to learn, and you're just teaching me all the wrong information. All right.
It would seem that way.
All right, Gem is going back in for this last item here. This could be big if it's something important, like Red's gonna last location it. So
yeah, and I mean this is why I was a little surprised on this one. Like it's quick. Right? Like this is not hard.
2 doors, three rooms away, something like that. $20. And Gem is off. All right, so what about Thieves Town? I guess the difference is because we found the addict of Thieves Town already, that Thieves Town is basically a free play, right? It's a crystal. You're gonna go there, or am I wrong?
The only reason it's not a free play is it, could be bow locked.
Could be bow locked, but that could be like any dungeon, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, the mitts dungeons can't be bow locked, but they are gonna be locked by Samaria, basically. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because of the way the split is. I get it.
Wow, Brett's just starting the Smith chain, Mirrorless Smith.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I just feel like you had better like you had Vu to do.
Well, now we've got Skolids.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is working out.
What I've learned here is I'm gonna lose my match.
every decision. That's just this seed, though, right? I feel like this seed. It's almost lucky that you're not playing this seed, but
maybe. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. This has been definitely interesting. Definitely an exceptional number of poor decisions, or like poor. This is what they should do next from me.
Yeah. Do not do this, and it works out really well for him. All right, so we're gonna see the Smith turn in. I don't think Gem does that, right?
No, probably not. But I mean, Brett's probably gonna get mirror here or something.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
mirror hook shot.
Yeah.
Just completely abandon this. Go straight to the mountain.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna see hammer pigs from Gem. Just 300 on the breadsmiths there.
Yeah, I'm a little interested in this turning in blacksmith play here, just because, yeah, you get blacksmith, you get sick kid, it's kind of nice, but like now you enter the dark world, and are you gonna do purple chest, or are you just gonna
Yeah,
pretend
I
it
think
doesn't exist?
because they got the fire rod, you go Skullwood South, right?
Yeah, I mean, but even if you didn't get the fire rod, are you not gonna go
Going
Skullwoods?
Skullwood South, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I know I would probably. I mean, I guess you go Skullwood South, but like getting out of Skullwoods is hopeful at best.
Oh,
Like, not
really?
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right? You might just get stuck in the back.
Sure. Just a big 18 right there. That seems like a lot.
Yeah, Skullwoods is like it just sucks up all of the items in the game. Part of it is just like Skullwoods compass chest, map chest, big chest, the West Lobby pot key are all like guaranteed, and pinball are all guaranteed to be in the dungeon, and the Gibdo and the boss. That's 7 items, just like
Wow.
have to be in this dungeon.
Okay.
All right, so we're not going to be bow locked or anything, because Gem just found the back of Pod Statue, which means
Okay.
yeah, we can guarantee go through. That's the only bow lock thing that's going to prevent us in like the mid dungeons,
Okay.
early Dark World dungeons.
Yeah. So it's Pod Eastern, Hyrule Castle, Castle Tower, Hera are all mixed together, right?
Not Pod. Pod is
Not. I'm sorry, not Pod. Eastern. So it's Light World. The 4
Yep.
Light World dungeons, and then it's Pod, Thieves Town. Oh, there's the hook shot. Swamp, Skull Woods.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And then it's Ice, Mire, TR, and GT.
TR. Okay. Oh, GT's mixed into that. Okay. Bread's done a good job of just going to where the items are. So a hook shot's pretty nice to have here.
Yeah. I think what's going to be a big deal is if that fire rod ends up being important. So, like, if it's required, it's, unfortunate for Gem, but fine. I think, like, more, disastrous would be, like, if there's something in that section of Skull Woods that Gem just can't get because he doesn't have the fire rod.
Yeah.
Because if he beats the boss and then can't get into that back section and then he gets his fire rod after, I don't know when you...
Because the hook shot wasn't firelock, right? We're still in the front.
Yeah. And, like, you can bomb jump and do the torches. The only thing that's going to hard block you in this dungeon is that final section.
I see. That's a trip right there. You walk into a door at the top and then come out of the bottom. That's like Escher's World type stuff.
I'm pretty sure this is a dead end, Brad. Yeah.
Because he's just going to walk back up. And it's like a continuous loop. So you got a mirror, right?
What if he dashes up here?
Just keeps doing it.
I don't know where we're going. He's just screen wrapping, It's fine, it's normal.
Constantly, yeah. There's our ice rod.
So, like, almost certainly not, but like that could be good.
Now we're back in pod, right? Technically. So is Thieves Town hook locked? Is that why Jim's leaving?
I guess I would imagine so. I guess we definitely need mirror for.
Yeah. Swamp.
Yeah, because this has vanilla lobbies. It looks like so. I think it does.
All right, so back of Skullwoods looks pretty vanilla so far.
Yep,
I guess it's.
And Brad, where you just get that? No, it's fully vanilla except for we cut off a section of it.
I see. Yeah. Don't have to light those torches.
And so Gem is going to need to come back here with the fire rod.
So it's possible for Moth to not be locked by the fire rod, is what you're saying? It could have been in the front? Okay.
Yeah. Moth can be, also only, like, it could be the case that Pinball Room is
I see.
completely disjoint from everything else, and the only thing it connects to is like a useless room on its left and the boss on its north.
Okay.
And so the only way to get to Moth could be to like drop into Pinball, for example, or Compass, or
So is it possible that we don't need a bow at all?
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, we're unless
Like for GT
Hera
or something?
happens to be GT doesn't have any bow requirements, unless like Hera happens to somehow require the bow, which is unlikely because Hera, with that, you still have Hera pot, which gives you so many possibilities in that dungeon. So it's pretty unlikely that bow is going to be needed for anything in this seed.
But so you're saying the mimics from aren't necessarily in GT, right? I guess they could be still.
I mean, they could be, but like,
yeah,
we can just clip them out, right? Like,
I see. Yeah,
Igor's
the hard required bow sections. Yeah, like the back of pod.
Our back of pod and the Igor's, and we've seen back of pod. And
okay.
The Igor's is going to be in, eastern desert Hera, but Hera is very open and accessible because we have Hera pot as an option.
I see. Okay. Okay, so Brett, instead of going back up to the mountain, is going to finish off VOO and Thieves Town. I imagine if you're doing this, you also grab that purple chest, right?
I mean, maybe.
But that's another save and quit. I don't know.
That's such a long run for one check that like you could just say I'm not gonna do instead.
We have all of the mountain with the mitts in the hook shot, right? Like
yeah.
Excuse me, Gem did get bombos, I believe, out of hammer pegs, which we don't know which the requirement to get into Turtle Rock is. So that could be important.
Yeah, that could be a bit before Red gets there if he doesn't want to do, like if he wants to take his hook shot and go play on the mountain. Like, I'm probably not going to do hammer pegs.
Yeah.
But it's not unreasonable. I think doing hammer pegs is not unreasonable.
Coming out of Thieves Town, yeah.
Yeah, just saying hammer pegs, screw purple chest, I'm going up the mountain.
Yeah. Has any of these like dungeon layouts from what you've seen been difficult at all, or it all seems pretty relatively easy-ish?
You're saying
right?
like it has it like been I mean
navigating them, like in a way that's like I know where I'm going to go next, or I'm not getting stuck trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be going. If you've played Doors, I guess it's pretty standard, right?
I'd say they're pretty standard. I don't know if these have been necessarily easy. I think that Thieves and Skull were both a little bit
tricky.
windy. Skull's always going to be a little bit tricky because you have like 4 entrances and also 4 drop downs. It's like there's just a lot of different ways you can enter the dungeon, and therefore a lot of different forks that are just guaranteed available.
I see.
And like you can sort of like pick off drop downs. Like I found pinball room as you go, but like there's you're not necessarily gonna find all of them.
Yeah. So what's Jim doing? He's going back to Thievestown now to finish this off now that we've got the hook shot?
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense. I mean, on his next saving quit, he'll get that fire rod.
You think so? Isn't his next saving quit going to be up on the mountain?
Maybe. The thing is, like, King's Tomb's really quick, and like he has no, like he's never gonna come back. Like he has no reason to like hold off on it or anything.
I mean, there's the entirety of the mountain.
Sure, but he doesn't have Samara yet, so like.
What's Bread doing here? Oh, potion PC glitching.
Yeah, he's just being very deliberate with it for some reason. But you know, we get there.
Don't want to mess it up, I think is the idea.
Yeah.
This will give Bread crystal number 3.
I wonder where Gem's going after Thieves. Because he might just, run over to Catfish.
Really?
Well, you'll see. There's a strong desire to not save and quit immediately after Thievestown.
What? Why?
We'll have. You'll see.
Okay. I think Bread skipped the ice rod. Because the ice rod was in Thievestown.
Yeah, no, it was. That's scary. So he is doing hammer pegs, so he'll get his bombos. Gem's just gonna mimic clip this. He's a big jerk, and he just has a really good mimic clip.
What a jerk. All right, so this is the purple chess play. I don't understand. Oh, I see. You jokesters. Yep. Forgot about your memes, which I shouldn't, because just look at his tracker. I have it's hard for me to understand when people make like skips or plays that they make and then are way more thorough in certain plays. You know what I mean? Like the purple chest is a slow check, but like the 1 or 2 items in Thievestown, or I don't know. It's just like I have a hard time putting 2 and 2 together. But here, so we got the mosaic. You do that by mirroring, right?
Yeah.
And but there is a save and quit. So
yeah. Straight to Sanctuary.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, he didn't have a choice here.
What? Why is that?
So do you know about the glitch Sank and Quit?
Is that what happened? Is it just it starts you at okay, I see.
So Sank and Quit is if you save and quit while in the mosaic.
I see.
Jem's like, wait, do I just go to school?
Go back to school woods? Yeah. Yeah, and now Brad is not going up to the mountain and instead of doing Ice Rod Cave. Like I don't get it. Like you found progression, why are you not following that progression?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I know exactly. I don't have an answer to what you're saying. I'm with you. Granted, he might be going into ice here, which is, I mean, it's just the issue with going into ice is that it's gonna be Samaria locked.
Yeah.
And like Samaria is a more unless you're a select number of people, Samaria is a very uncircumventable item.
All right. I mean, the big issue is Bred's in trouble because he doesn't have his ice rod. Like that's stuck in Beasttown, and that's the real issue. Like where he goes next isn't the problem.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's a huge problem. A huge problem.
And yeah, I mean he's left item behind in Pod, left an item behind in Eastern.
Yeah.
Left a couple items behind in Thieves, left a couple items behind in Skull. But like, with that said, and it's not like he really has a great option otherwise. Like, Gem has left nothing behind and is basically on his tail. Like, Bred needs to play like this. Like, Gem is really good at doors.
Yeah. All right, so into Hera for Gem, into Ice Palace, and we might just be locked out of this dungeon, right? Like you're saying, Samaria might just lock us out of this dungeon.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe it's in this dungeon too.
Probably.
Don't open this door, right? Why would you open this? Oh, because the boss is on the other side. Never mind. I'm paying attention. Yep, that makes sense.
Gem knows best. Gem knows best, Telethar.
Yeah, no, for sure. We might see him kill the boss and then leave the crystal. Well, like,
oh, now you pick up the crystal.
Well, like he'll get it after.
I see.
Like he'll grab the item and then fall down here, potentially. Oh, he'll just catch the crystal and re-enter. Yeah, I like leaving. Just because you don't need to go re-enter the dungeon now.
I see.
But I guess
maybe he's gonna leave.
He's just gonna he's gonna continue full clearing. I guess he could just enter here and then Herapod if he wants to.
All right, so what are we still looking for? We're looking for that mirror. And we're looking for Samaria. That's about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, potentially Ether.
Potentially Ether, yeah. We haven't seen Todorok yet.
The bow is definitely no longer required.
Is that like a required forfeit for if your team's named Usedbow?
That's a great point. The problem is that it's Pendant Desert, and you're only supposed to use the bow on land bow.
I see.
And it's Pendant Desert is just basically a requirement at this point. We've started. I've started pre-marking my tracker to put Pendant Desert on it.
Desert always, yeah.
It's just always been a pendant.
It's hard for me to commentate on what is going on because I still don't fully understand what's all happening. Like I visually see it, but I have no idea where to go next or how to get there or what's going on. So I'll do my best, but I feel like I think I've seen Bread do like loops multiple times now. It's pretty funny.
Yes, I mean that is sort of the later dungeons. You know, as you can see, Ice Palace has 22 checks. Like they're just you have TR and GT checks, and like it's not like Mire or Ice or small dungeons either.
Yeah.
And so like these dungeons are just large.
Yeah.
So it just becomes harder to navigate, especially if you're in these dungeons without all of the required items. You can't even do some routes, so it's like it just becomes very very much a mess sometimes.
All right, so that's everything out of Hera. Done there. We saw Paradox. Is he going to do Spiral or no?
Yeah.
Just be very thorough. I think that's Jim's play, right? Like, just don't skip anything.
Yep, Spiral Cave.
Okay, so he's going to skip Spiral.
like I said, Spiral Cave.
I love it. I love how every prediction you've made for Gem has been absolutely correct. All right, Quake. We've got Quake. No Ether. So we are just looking for that mirror in Samaria. Is there advantage of maybe just checking, like walking into a rock to see if you can do some of it?
I believe this is vanilla lobby, so.
Oh, so it's gonna have Samaria required in the beginning. There's our mirror.
Yeah, that's why you do this first, so that you get the mirror, and then you just get a free.
Then,
yeah,
makes sense. So Samaria go mode.
Yep.
And there's go mode.
Yep.
And a sword.
Yep. Well, that's nice.
Wow. All right, so 1:44, 1 hour and 44 seconds. Gems in go mode. So here we go. No flute, so we gotta run everywhere. Do have his boots. But let's see, we'll do swamp, ice. And I guess the big thing is just he's not looking for anything. So he can, as soon as he can find the boss or get to the boss seat, you just go there, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bread is in Ice Palace. Gonna finish this up. And I imagine he'll head up to the mountain there, but at this point, pretty far behind, and that Ice Rod in Thieves Town is the real culprit.
Yeah, I mean, if you ignore the Ice Rod, Bread's actually probably ahead, but
yeah,
he's navigated through this big ice palace, and he's also already beaten Skull, and all he needs to go do is go do
the mountain
and Death Mountain, which like all would be fine except for a very
important Ice Rod.
Yeah, very not fine. I'm missing an Ice Rod.
Yeah. You know, this is one of the things that I found over the years. You know, I've been around in the community for just a little bit.
A little bit.
I found that when you're playing good runners like Gem, you say, I need to be aggressive. I need to make, there's the other sword. I need to make these skips. I need to make these plays. And then you watch back and you're like, I was ahead and I skipped something and I lost the race. I've seen it a lot. It's tough. It's hard. It's really tough. I think there's times where we psych ourselves out of wins, to be honest. And that's, I mean, because so what is he doing? What's he doing? He's trying to hit the switch.
Yeah, he's block punting and then popping the smart block, and that'll hit the switch.
Nice. You know what I'm saying though? Like, yeah, Gem is better than I would say 99.9% of the runners in the community, just from a execution and you know, reading the logic, and yeah, it's just so much better than everyone else. But it's not that much better to where Bread didn't have a chance. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, for sure. I think that I think Bread did need to make some plays. Like he skipped Ice Rod Cave, and he, you know, but he found a lot of progression very quickly, and there is something to be said for recognizing, okay, I've hit a really good route here. I don't need to continue hitting a right. My goal isn't to beat Gem by 12 minutes. My goal is to beat Gem by 12 seconds.
Right.
I don't need to continue hitting the route.
Yeah.
I need to tap it in at this point, and recognizing when you're in that state is
super difficult.
GGW
it's difficult.
Oh yeah, I think GGW is one of the best at
Yep.
GGW's execution is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not Gem's level. But GGW's a very, very, very scary player in these modes, because he can sort of put that sort of okay, yeah, it's time to go slow and look for I'm in a good spot. I don't need to maybe I'd lose this still. Maybe Gem also god routed this seed, but it has better execution. But more likely than not, I'm ahead right now, and it's my race to lose.
It's such a hard thing to assess, and I think that's what makes GGW really, really good at the game. And on his run from main tournament champion to league stuff, and just continuing, he hasn't played in a bit, but
yeah,
there's a reason why he was hitting all that stuff, is because he was able to assess, am I ahead or am I behind, or should I feel ahead or should I feel behind?
Right. A lot of these modes sort of 80 keys, you don't really need to assess that. You're just oh, I'm just full clearing, right?
Yeah.
Which is a skill. It's just a different skill. And this mode is, this is an open mode. This is about saying, am I ahead? Am I behind? When do I start playing aggressive? When do I put on the brakes?
Yep. It's tough. And to be fair, I mean, Bread skipped the Ice Rod, which is the worst of the items to skip, because it's only locking Shrine X, right?
I mean, Gem also would have been looking for his Fire Rod, likely, right?
Right.
He probably would have went straight up the mountain and gotten that load of items.
Yep.
He might have gone into TR there, or even if he doesn't, he has Bombos. He's going to go clear Ice Palace, then he's going to go clear Swamp, or vice versa. Before he's going to go start doing his Overworld.
Yeah.
But he Mosaic sank and quit, and had no choice to go get his
right. Yeah.
Involuntary progression.
Yep. Sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good, or Mimi and good than good. But in Gem's case, it's both, so it worked out pretty well. I mean, Bread played it well. He really has played it really well. That's just unfortunate that the one dungeon that he left had the Ice Rod. He's navigated all the dungeons. I don't think he's ran through a couple of rooms that been circles a couple of times, but I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah. He definitely has ran through the seed at a without throwing away time.
Yeah.
Which is an accomplishment indoors. That is sort of
for sure. I'm not doing it. I'll tell you that much.
Probably
that's the best thing about the league is if you don't like a mode, just make your teammates run it. Hopefully they're good at it. Yeah, so Gem now in ice, navigating his way through here. And fully stocked up. I mean, we've got that, I think, blue mail and gold sword, and silvers would be nice, but not necessary. I guess we would need a bow first, right?
Yeah, silver's a bit of a pipe dream at this point.
It's interesting because we are in go mode on Jim's side, but it's not. I mean, it's not key sanity in the sense that the keys are shoveled in the overworld, but he does still need to find his keys and his way through the dungeons. So it's not like a normal go mode where you just go to the dungeon and rush the boss. You really got to piece it together.
But it looks like
half magic. Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, Brett about to get everything except for the ice rod that he needs. Here up on the mountain. All right, cold stare.
Yep, cold stare. Gonna be an interesting decision for Brad if he chooses to dive TR for his ice rod, or like, or does he gamble it on it being a swamp? Like,
I feel like if you've got swamp, I don't know. Brad's been not willing to go back into dungeons, so I don't know.
I suspect that it's not going to be Thieves Town regardless of which decision you make.
Right. Yeah. All right, Gem remembering that he does have Skullwoods to finish up here, so head into the portal. Bread with the sword and Samaria. Have you enjoyed the league modes this season? I know there's lots of opinions, whether good or bad. I know some people liked certain modes or more than others, but have you enjoyed, or were you missing things like, do you miss spoiler keys?
I mean, I love spoiler. I love pilot spoiler. But there is a good argument to be made that it's like a little bit too one-sided and not really fair in a tournament setting, like in a non-spoiler tournament setting, to have spoiler sitting there. So like, I get that. As for the rest of the modes, I don't know. They're not like I have some small critiques for like most of the modes, but like, as in like, I would have done this differently, right? Like,
sure.
I actually thought that the key drop boots one was better in co-op with Shop Sanity. The original version that we did the like test on, I thought that the Shop Sanity helped resolve some of the like, you enter the dark world with mitts, and both people just like go to Vu and like are miserable. Like with Shop Sanity, there's a bunch of shops if you go through the north. Like there's a bunch of checks that you can do in the north and you can go to the south. So like, it sort of
mitigate some of that. Yeah.
It ensures that you have, like, when you find that piece of progression that was blocking you, like, if you're not just like bottlenecked as a team usually. But I mean, I still think the mode, I have a lot of fun with the mode. Beginner Doors it's all right. Boss Hunt is a travesty, but but I skipped that week, so it's okay.
Right, just skip the modes you don't want to play. Are you ready for have you done any logical endomizer practice?
No. I think we played 40 Bonks had a logical randomizer last week, and we played that, but like, I don't know. It's just anima. It's just
just randomizer, co-op randomizer. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not entirely sure why that mode is not AD. Like a little bit of a tragic occurrence, but you know.
Sure.
No, like I said, it's the modes are fun.
Minor.
Yeah,
co-op
like,
cross keys though.
I will tweak that, but like, yeah, like I'm not upset about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, co-op cross keys is. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Such a good mode. Yeah, you're a champion of the mode too.
Yeah, the 216 tournament was great, and now I'm seeing it more.
All right. While we've been chit-chatting, Jem's been destroying dungeons and Ori through Total Rock. That was a really fast Total Rock.
Yeah, Trinex was on the first screen after the
that was that's the first item that Jem got into Total Rock was all the boss. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah. We don't even get to find out where our bow is. He's just gonna be
right.
called Dink.
Yeah. All right, so we do need the big key, yes, maybe, possibly for GT. How's this roll?
I mean, Agatu is wherever Agatu is.
Okay, so again, it could be any. So when you laughed at my climb joke or mentioned that it was really because Agatu could be anywhere.
Yeah, just like Trinex was the first room. Like, we're gonna enter in, and there's gonna be 3 staircases. It's obvious vanilla, but then we could go up the staircase and find Agatu.
All right. What's the 0A? Why is there an A there?
A is the number that comes after 9.
Okay. All right.
A is 10. It's hexadecimal.
Okay. Got it. So, just looking for Agatu. Where is it? Meanwhile, Bread is in Swamp Palace. We'll get that crystal. And then gets to try to find an ice rod.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he's going to do before Jim finishes.
No, this would have to be a pretty substantial GT for that to happen.
Is this it? Is this guaranteed to be Agger or not? No. Nope. Rooms don't matter. I know there's like certain super tiles or whatever, but I guess.
Yep. So this is a super tile. So this is going to connect over to the vanilla. And just not actually, but this is always just connects to itself.
I see.
Okay, it didn't. It very often you just it connects it to itself.
All right.
I'm surprised we're not going north in the previous room actually.
Because the Agger room is always north, right? So.
Yep. Yeah. So the generally you want to just go north to find it because like if you enter a room from the south, you haven't used up the north transition.
I see. Well, there's a big key in the lava chest. Ice lava chest, I guess. Is this the end of his route? Oh no, there's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just mirror and try a different staircase.
Try again. Yep. Is there the blue and orange switches? Is there an idea of like which one should always be hit when you're going through a dungeon, or are you just kind of guessing?
Usually, you want blue pegs down. The only time you don't want blue pegs down, like there's only a couple of rooms that like you really don't want blue pegs down for. Ice Palace bomb jump, if you get it in reverse, is a little annoying. Like so, but I think that it is orange peg down. You would either need to do a bomb jump or or you can hover it. And then there's the pre-vitreous. Alright, well this is just not a logical path. That's funny. There's like the pre-vitreous orange pegs that you need to be down. But more often than not, blue pegs are in your way, not orange.
I see.
We've already seen the pre-vitreous one, and now we've seen the Ice Palace one. So now we just want blue pegs all the time. Palace? Oh, okay. This is interesting. I don't know why we're just going the correct way.
Right.
I didn't like going after the staircase there, but this is Aga 2, so
here we are. All right, so well done, triple.
Yeah.
He makes it look too easy, man. You watch this and you go like, oh, yeah, I could do that. And it's not that easy.
Yeah, the secret is to only spin when you're supposed to.
All right, so on to Ganon for Gem. And this is going to get you guys 3 more points and closer to that undefeated season.
Yeah, I plan to ruin that, but you know.
Sure. I mean, Randomizer throws a wrench and everything.
Yeah. I mean, Randomizer probably. I mean, one, we're facing the Pugs, which is another strong team, but also it is, you know, an open 7-7.
7-7. Yeah, open 7-7. Yeah.
So, like, definitely can throw a wrench, but, like, generally speaking, I feel like where things currently are, co-op is a much less random result compared to solo.
One-on-one, yeah.
It's just your partner covers a lot of your.
Yep.
You know, you might go to a dungeon early, but your partner can clean it up.
Yeah, that's always nice. Yep. Yeah, I'll do Thieves Town. You come back with the key.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Or I'll find boots, and then you can come here. And, we'll take that risk. But like it's a.
Yeah.
Whereas like in solo, you're like, well, I'm gonna go to Thieves Town, and if there's an item in Big Chest, I guess I lose.
Yeah, which is what happened today, right?
If there's an item in Attic, and I'm gonna wait on the key, I guess I lose. There's just like.
All right, so we don't know where Bo is because Ganon won't tell us because he's a jerk because we don't have our first bow. But we are going to spin our way here through the dungeon or through these warps. Nice, got the swipe there. Get your GGs in chat for Gem and Usedbow. Gonna get to 33 points and 11 wins for the season.
Honestly, huge disappointment not even finding the bow to use it, but
Brett did throw in the towel, so get your GGs in for Brett as well. See if we can get these guys in to talk. Ask them why they both left Aga.
yeah, and why they would make such poor decisions like going to pod for your
Right.
and without the bow even.
All right, got Brett in the setup room. There's Jam. So we can pull him up and ask him some questions. GG's to both Jam and Brett.
Hello, GG's. Yeah, I was doing. I'm not nearly as good at doors as Jem is, so I am just going to, if I can beat the dungeon, just kind of bail, and that almost worked.
Yeah, you actually had a pretty a huge lead, but you were ahead with the fire rod and everything, and having the skull blades done, and
Yeah, that ended up routing super well. Just fire rod. Oh, I can beat Skullwoods. Oh, you need fire rod to beat Skullwoods. Cool. Here's a hook shot. Let's go down to thieves. You need hook shot to beat thieves. Cool. Done and done.
Yeah, that all worked out. It was just the ice rod then being in thieves and you leaving it there. Just that was the difference.
Yeah.
Jim, I'm excited for you to watch this back to listen to your partner tell you how to route a seed. It's really good. So I guess let me ask both of you, the Aga play. Any thoughts about going to Saha Eastern before Aga, and then because you both went there first, and then you both left and went to the mountain, got the pearl, and then
yeah, I mean, I was kind of kicking myself for skipping Aga because it's like, he's like right there. I could do it, and it's getting back here sucks, but at the same time, I don't know. You get Master Sword, you get the flippers right out the gate. You get your Master Sword and lamp right out the gate from it, and it's like, okay, what the hell is an Aga Tower? Something's in here.
Yeah, it was so cursed too because, like, you saw the red square on the way, but then there were still 2 items left. So you chase those, and then you get locked out by the shutter door of the Aga cutscene. And it's like, okay, I got this glove. Do I just follow it, or do I go through all the dungeon again when the hammer could just be like on the mountain? Or, well, I didn't even have the hammer, right? So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's because it could be like, oh, hammer could be mountain, or maybe it's hook shot up there for East Mountain for the rest of your kit or something. And yeah, when you get locked out, that whole trip back to Aga just sucks. And then at that point, I'd rather just see what's up there. 'Cause clearly something was up there. I mean, there was something up there.
Right.
Yep. Unfortunately, the hammer was just on the pyramid too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Data, if you beat Aga right out the gate with that, man, the siege just routes so cleanly after that.
Yep. Just screw us 2 items and it's all free.
And then, of course, Jem Telethar told us that after Aga, you would immediately hit Hype Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you didn't. You went to Pod. You ended up, both of you ended up going to Pod. So, kind of, Jem, what were your thoughts about going to Pod over Hype Cave there?
I mean, the only thing I was missing was Stroke Shot, and you needed for 1 out of 4 dungeons.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're so likely to be able
matters.
to beat. You're so likely to be able to beat Pod right then and there. So it's like, I mean, there's a lot of checks. I might find something on the way and have to beat the dungeon anyway. Like, the likelihood of being locked out feels so low.
Yeah. Having flippers, having hammer, I guess hammer doesn't even matter that much, but having 1 fire too. Yeah. I don't know. Pod felt fine. I felt bad about Eastern, so I just wanted to go to a dungeon.
Yeah, I also did Eastern.
Were you happy about the mosaic sink and quit?
Yeah, so the plan was to go to Catfish, but I forgot that you need to be in a dungeon when you save and quit to go to Pyramid that way. So I wasn't saying, so I was like, okay, guess I'll just go to King's Tomb because I'm here, and that worked out pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took Pod to South Dark World and I was about to go to Thieves. Like, well, you know, I did just get early mitts. I could just rescue the Smith, turn in my bottle, and like do all those boots checks in North Light World, and then head into Vu area because I feel like I'm gonna clear those anyway at some point. And who knows? Early mitts always makes me paranoid. That did just something on the Smith somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good race again up till we found the ice rod, and Brett ended up skipping it. Like, it really was anyone's game up until that point. But you know that stuff happens, especially in a mode like this. Have you guys enjoyed playing this mode, beginner doors?
I'll be honest, I don't have very much doors experience, but it's fun.
I like
I thought
doors.
you played it pretty well, Brad. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you made a couple. You played pretty aggressive with like leaving the dungeons behind, which made sense. Right? Like, Gem is a scary doors opponent, so I wasn't like.
I
But
felt like
you
I
didn't.
kind of had to push aggression in that department.
It wasn't like you were getting lost a lot in the dungeons. Like, you seemed to be navigating them pretty well.
Yeah, beginner's doors is not that bad to navigate dungeons, and I mean, I already have a lot of experience with glitch mode, so I already kind of know, oh, that's a subtile, I don't need to care about that door, and stuff like that.
What about you, Jim? You enjoy this mode?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy doors a lot. I do think Key Sanity is better for doors, but I also understand why it isn't here in League. So yeah. It's fun though to have any amount of doors.
Yeah, baby steps into doors for League, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that you know, continues your winning streak for Usedbow there, giving you guys 11 wins. Feeling good as you guys have clinched a playoff spot and have 3 more races until the playoffs begin for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, how could I be dissatisfied, right? Where you just keep on winning.
Maybe you want Telethar to win by bigger margins. I don't know. Telethar, be better. Win bigger.
Every time I said Gem was going to do something, he did something different, and then found progression. So like,
yes. Yeah,
we're probably going to lose the next race.
That was good. Brett, 7 wins, nothing to be ashamed of at all. Like right in the thick of it, and still having 3 games to play, including 1 week here. Got to be feeling good about your team's chances going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we win 1, it's guaranteed to go into the playoffs. I think no matter what, as long as we win 1, and I think there's still a chance we advance anyway if we lose. It's possible depending on how things shake out.
Okay.
We'll see.
Still got to feel pretty good about the way the season's gone for sure.
Yeah, no, they're doing pretty well.
Any other thoughts before we head out of here? Telethar, you have any questions?
No.
Yeah, just thank you for commentating, restreaming. Thank you to our trackers, Auto.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
GG's, Brad. Thanks for the race.
GG's. Yeah, that's fun.
Cool. All right, GG's to Brad and Jem on that fun race as we begin this Doors week. We've got a lot of races to go. This is just day number 2. I think there's another race going on right now over on SpeedGaming 3, JJo versus Armalex. I think that should still be going on. And then tomorrow we've got Homemade Beer versus Flip Hill and Leora versus Simple Clips. We've got Lane versus Tusi coming up. So a lot of Doors action on your way here over at SpeedGaming in the League channels. Telethar, thank you so much for joining me today. I needed it, even though almost everything you said was incorrect. I really did learn a lot, and it was good. it was good to have someone to bounce stuff off of. So I really appreciate that.
I apologize for just spreading misinformation, apparently, but
It worked. It
that was
worked.
a good time.
We got there. Yeah, we got there. All right,
Just
that's gonna do
practice
it.
until Wednesday. You got this one.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that's gonna do it. Thanks again for everyone for hanging out. Follow the runners, and we'll see you here for the next race.